So, what happens when a system that 40 million people rely on just breaks?
I'm sorry, it's declined.
But it should have enough. I don't understand.
We're about to dive into a crisis that did exactly that. But, and this is the important part, we're also going to look at this really ambitious plan to flip that failure on its head using things like AI and community to build something totally new.
All right, so to really get why the solution is so cool, you first have to understand just how huge the problem is. And it all starts with this one single moment, a real turning point that affected, well, pretty much the whole country. Okay, so picture this. There's one specific date, November 1st. And on that day, bam, the SNAP food benefits that literally millions of American families need to get by, they get cut, just like that. It's not a small trim either. It's a sudden, drastic shock to the system. That lifeline they counted on, it's basically been snapped. And the sheer number of people we're talking about here, it's just mind-boggling. 40 million. Let that sink in for a second. That's more people than live in the entire state of California. So yeah, this isn't some small, isolated problem. This is a massive, nationwide event.
And, it's not just about what's happening in one family's kitchen. It's like throwing a huge rock into a pond. The ripples go out everywhere. Families can't buy as much food, right? So then the farmers who grow that food, they lose billions. Billions! And that doesn't just shake up the farming industry, it starts to threaten the food supply for all of us. But here's where the story takes a turn. What if a total system meltdown like this isn't actually the end? What if? What if it's the beginning of something? The very thing we needed to spark some really radical new ideas. Because that's the argument here. That hidden inside this huge crisis is an even bigger opportunity.
And this is the question, right? The one that changes everything. Instead of just staring at the problem, it challenges us to hunt for the potential hidden inside the failure. I love that idea, that maybe a breakdown is really just a breakthrough waiting to happen.
So, what's the big idea? It's basically this. When the system fails you, the first thing you've got to do is protect your own mind, your own ability to innovate. Don't just sit there and accept the gap. The challenge is to start thinking, okay, how can we build something better from the ground up? It's about going from being a victim of the system to being the one who reinvents it.
And that way of thinking, that proactive mindset, it's not just a theory. It has led to a real, tangible initiative created to tackle this whole problem head-on. And it's called the AI Health Academy.
And I just love this description of it. Think Oscars meets social impact. Isn't that great? It immediately tells you this isn't about charity or handouts. It's about celebration. It's about taking all the glitz and glamour and attention of a big award show and shining that spotlight on the everyday people who are actually building real solutions.
So what's the mission? Well, it's pretty clear. First, they want to find and celebrate the families and innovators who are already figuring things out, even when the system lets them down. Second, they're providing free, tangible tools that people can use right now to bridge that benefits gap. And third, and this is huge, they're using all that energy to push for real, long-term systemic change. Okay, so the whole philosophy behind this is built on a couple of really powerful ideas, concepts you might not have heard of before. Let's start with the first one, which is all about what safety looks like in our super digital world.
So this first concept is called bioinfotech safety. It sounds complicated, but the idea is actually pretty simple. Imagine a digital safety net. It's a way of using technology, like AI, not to track people or sell them stuff, but to actively protect them. Like automatically flagging a shady loan offer, or instantly connecting a family with a trusted food bank nearby. It's all about using tech to build a shield for people who need it most.
And that brings us to the second core idea, which is just brilliant. It's called #NewGold. And what this does is totally flip the script. It says, hey, those 40 million people affected by this crisis, they aren't a liability. No way. Their resilience, their creativity, their firsthand knowledge of what's broken, that is the most valuable, untapped resource we have for finding a solution. They are the #NewGold.
So this all sounds great, right? But it's not just something to admire from afar. The whole point of this initiative is that everyone can participate. It's basically an open invitation for you, for me, for all of us to jump in and help rewrite this story.
And they've made it super simple to get involved. There are basically 3 things you can do. First, you can read their full strategy to really see the deep thinking behind it. Second, there's this crisis simulator you can try out, which gives you a real feel for the challenges people are up against. And third, and this is my favorite, you can nominate a hero, someone you know right there in your own community
who's already turning this crisis into an opportunity. And they've put everything you need in one place. If you want to find these tools, read the strategy, or submit a nomination for a hero you know, you just go right to that website.
Ultimately, this all leaves us with this one powerful question that shifts the focus from them to us. It really challenges you to see that the solution isn't about what one single organization can do, but it's about our collective power, our ability to find the opportunity hidden inside the crisis, and to rewrite this story together.